All right, you want to change your life from the 5 books I'm about to tell you. Kudos to you because, quite frankly, not a lot of people read. I mean, at least have the discipline to sit down and read a book. Anyways, that's kind of irrelevant, but my name is Stan, and today I'm going over the 5 books that you need to read to change your life. These are books that I've read personally, so I'm speaking on my own experience that have just gravitated my life in all aspects, whether it's social settings, relationships, self-image, everything of that nature. The first book that I read that changed my life is actually a combo, and that is Essentialism and Deep Work. And the reason why this first option is actually 2 books is because these books go hand in hand with each other. The principles discussed in Deep Work apply to Essentialism, and Essentialism apply to Deep Work. It's like peanut butter and jelly. With that, Essentialism pretty much goes through the idea that you need to only do things in your life that are essential. You just need to stick up for yourself and do what's best for you. Do what you need to do to reach your goals in life. And even if that means saying no to people that need your help, do the essentials. Everything else, cut it out. You'll be more productive with shifting your focus on one task as opposed to many others. In contrast, Deep Work goes over the principles of strengthening your focus, especially these long periods called deep work periods. They're 90-minute periods to where you just shut your phone off, no distractions, no music, and you just grind. You just completely focus on the task at hand, and you'll see more progress within 90 minutes of work than you'll probably see within 2 to 3 hours of actual work that you're already doing, because quite frankly, your phone's probably on your desk right in front of you, screen up, notifications on, and yeah, it's distracting. You're also probably constantly checking your emails too. It's said that you could probably get around 3 to 4 hours of deep work a day. Try it out. It takes time. And in order to just increase your focus, there are other principles you have to incorporate, such as, meditating, of course, being more present, but also just like not listening to just unnecessary noise whenever you're just doing nothing. That includes using your phone when you use the bathroom. If you're taking a piss, you better not be taking out TikTok. Number 2, the second book that actually changed my life is Psycho-Cybernetics. In Psycho-Cybernetics, I actually read that overseas when I was on a ship. So this book actually goes over self-perception and self-image and what you have to do to change the way you perceive yourself. And I found this book really interesting because you almost have to put a label on yourself to anything that you're doing. So like, for example, I was weightlifting before and I wasn't really seeing much progress, but then, I put the label bodybuilder in my mind. So I labeled myself as a bodybuilder, and because of that, I was able to successfully complete a 33-pound bulk and look absolutely shredded. But yeah, it pretty much goes over the habit creating process as well as the lifestyle creating process of how it takes 3 weeks to form a habit and 90 days to form a lifestyle, which I found pretty interesting. As long as you're just consistent, you'll see just significant change within yourself. And it mentions a study, the author was actually a plastic surgeon, where patients would noticeably see change within their mental perception of the way they saw themselves after 3 weeks of getting like surgery. So I found that pretty cool. And the reason why this changed my life is because after reading it, I just did more work within myself and self-improvement. And then I just started seeing myself more as like a badass. I was like, yeah, it's a great book, and it's like the pioneer to like just increasing your self-perception. So that's why I put it on this list. Number three is actually How to Be a 3% Man by Coach Corey Wayne. Now, for anyone in the old school red pill manosphere, Coach Corey Wayne is actually a YouTuber that teaches front and back end game when it comes to relationship advice. And it's actually very practical towards both men and women. So this isn't a book just for men. I definitely recommend it for men and women because it talks about long game process of relationships and marriage and why relationships mostly fail in today's society. Like, I believe it's like 30 to 40% of first marriages fail, and then just half overall fail. Because quite frankly, honest, like in today's society, all you see on YouTube talking about girls and stuff is all like front end game in like the sense of like pickup lines and first dates and what you got to do to court her. And quite frankly, like that's not going to work long term. Like, for example, short end game could be like, let's say your girl says, "Oh, look at me, I got new nails." You could be like, "Oh, those look ugly." If you were to do that in long-term game, if you don't emphasize the joking part to it, that's going to completely shut down your girl and just drive her away, which is not a good idea. So if you're looking to sustain a relationship for long-term, I definitely recommend this book because Coach Corey Wayne is a man who's within his 50s. I see him as a mentor, and he's been through it all. He's suffered through like anxiety, depression, and just having no success with girls whatsoever. So he was able to crack the code and write this very good book. It's actually free if you sign up to his email newsletter. And he even says that you could like unsubscribe anytime you want. But he also recommends that you read the book 10 to 15 times but just read it a few times. I definitely like it and recommend it, which is why I put it on this list. Number 4, How to Win Friends and Influence People. I actually have it right here. Now I know that this book is very widely known, but the importance of it is insane. It teaches you psychological tricks and ways to just improve your social awareness and social skills to where you're not socially awkward, but also just gain the liking and respect of other people around you, which is very important. I strongly believe that in today's society, the currency is our attention. So I'm actually using some of the tactics within the book in this video right now to keep you engaged as a viewer, but I just like it. I think it's very important. I think you need to pick up a copy and just read it at least 2 times through, or at least read the audiobook if you have the chance. But this book is not only practical towards getting friends, but also towards attracting girls. But I mean, it's also practical in the sense of business, because you kind of need charisma and you need influence in order to be a successful businessman and create sales. So general, all-round basic book. It gives you the concrete foundation of social skills and just increasing how many friends that you have and of a higher quality. And number 5, this book is actually not too popular, but I actually read the first 200 pages of it. It's broken up into a couple sections, and the book is called Not Nice. And the reason why you need to read Not Nice is because it goes over the basic principles of inauthentic niceness. So the best way I could describe it is, per se, a girl says, "Oh, you're a nice guy." Now, although you might be a nice guy, there's a double meaning to that. You can be nice because you want to be, but also you're nice because you feel like you have to be in order to get something out of that person. And in a sense, that level of niceness is just an inauthentic and creepy way that just drives people away from you, makes it seem like you want to get something out of them. So the book pretty much goes over prioritizing yourself, put your needs above other people, and just say no to just anything that you don't want to do. Like if someone asks you to help them move a box, be like, no. And they're going to ask you, well, why don't you want to move the box? You can be like, well, I just don't really feel like it. I have other stuff I got to do. As blunt as that sounds, you're being authentic. And I know that's something that's pretty basic and pretty just well known, but not a lot of people do it. The way the school systems raised us to put this fake mask and this fake filter over us to just be nice even though we don't feel like it. You ever laughed at someone's jokes and the jokes are just pretty crappy that you don't think are funny? Yeah, someone who is not nice will just not laugh at the jokes. But the point of being not nice is that you're being authentic with your emotions and yourself, which will actually create more respect and attraction towards you. And the way that this works is that you're being polarizing towards people's emotions in the sense of people either really like you or they really hate you. When you're being inauthentically nice or being a nice guy, you're just in the middle. And that's all you're going to be. You're not going to be on anyone's thought process. If you ask someone what they think about you, they're probably going to be like, oh, he's a good guy. Yeah, he's cool. That's it. They're not going to say anything else. But if you're not nice, people are going to be like, oh yeah, I love that guy. Or people are going to be like, yeah, no, he sucks. I don't like him one bit. So the book Not Nice actually cures that mental barrier of that mask that you have created within yourself from just childhood and past experiences, especially through the school system and the way your parents have raised you. So I definitely recommend it to anyone who feels like they're being nice, but they're not being recognized, or just getting friends or getting the girls that they want to get. So one honorable mention for a book that I definitely recommend that you should read is The Way of the Superior Man. And this one's by David Deida. And the reason why this one is important is because it teaches you the basic principles of being a man. And I think that's important, especially in today's society, considering that Western society values have gone out the window. Men are becoming weaker than ever. And you see that throughout society. Because let's be real, the average 20-year-old man is playing hours of video games a day, eating a crappy diet, probably skinny fat or overweight, have little to no friends, and have never had a girlfriend before. So if you're trying to level up your masculinity and actually be polarizing and attractive in the sense of being a good man, which is desperately needed in America today, then I definitely recommend you get Way of Superior Man. But yeah, anyways, those were the 5 books plus a bonus book that I definitely recommend that you need to read that will actually change your life and propel you forward. Now, I definitely recommend if you don't feel like purchasing the books, I'm sure if you go on YouTube, you can find audiobooks of someone reading it over. I've done that with a few books and I definitely recommend it. But I also bought some of the books that I've listened to the audiobook after the fact, only because I like the book so much. But yeah, if you like this video, please please subscribe, please check out some of my other videos. And yeah, my name is Stan. I come up with new videos every Monday and Thursday. I hope you like this video. And yeah, thank you for watching.